So, Damon, as a Catholic, why are you so interested in respect life issues?
I have witnessed personal decisions with three young women, one in high school and two in college, where they made the decision to have an abortion, where they did not have access to adequate resources. There was heavy involvement from the father of the unborn child. The parents were not involved, and decisions were made that had a long-term impact on the women's mental health, their relationships, partnerships, and overall basic living that lasted for probably 2 decades. And it was challenging to watch, and it was sad.
So, what are the positive ways that the parish and the diocese are helping women?
The Diocese of Arlington does a wonderful job, particularly in Alexandria. We have the Mariah Center, the Gabriel Project, the Basilica of St. Mary a couple of times a year. We have a sonogram van outside the parish so that the mothers of unborn children can see the child. And, Diocese of Arlington, Bishop Burbidge, and the rector, Father Edward Hathaway at the Basilica of St. Mary, are all in on pro-life and are committed. Father Hathaway has a committee led by Bob Werty, and that is wonderful for the community in Alexandria.
So, I understand that there's a particular quote from St. John Paul II's Encyclical called Evangelium Vitae, the Gospel of Life, that inspires you as a Respect Life advocate. Now I'm going to read that quote. We are facing an enormous and dramatic clash between good and evil, death and life, the culture of death and the culture of life. We find ourselves not only faced with, but necessarily in the midst of this conflict. We are all involved, and we all share in it with the inescapable responsibility of choosing to be unconditionally pro-life. So why does this quote resonate with you, Damon?
Well, it gets back to what we originally discussed, is these young women were in a difficult place, didn't have access to resources, and I would describe the analogy as, my analogy for this situation would be when someone wants to commit suicide or is contemplating suicide and considering jumping off of a bridge. Everyone is there to help. No one wants to see the person jump off the bridge. And regardless of demographic, race, political affiliation, no one wants to see that happen. And there are good people that can do positive things if these women have the right resources. And there are evil people that provide poor alternatives with one option, which is abortion.